In the kitchen, sometimes I'll spank my husband's butt. Sometimes he'll just touch my breast. Do you understand? It's just really nice. It's just really a form. I'm so shy. Come closer, let me tell you something. What if I told you that some of the strongest marriages of all time were not built on conversations and words, but on silence? Shh. Let me teach you how I was able to successfully deepen my connection with my husband by using the silent tactics. This is not about, oh, when the man is talking, keep quiet. It's totally not about that. It's so simple, but very, very, very magical. I want you to keep watching. I want you to sit down and learn from this video. Hello and welcome to her safe space. My name is Mabel, and this is a safe space for women where we talk about our lives as women, our relationships, our children, our intimacy, our self-care. On here, we motivate ourselves to push in life, our finances. Basically, everything that concerns us as women is what we discuss on this channel. And yes, I know that my target audience are women, but there is so much also for men to learn from this channel. So if you're a man, do not feel like you're the odd one here, okay? You're very much welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you think that you're interested in listening to how you can deepen your connection with your partner based off of silence, then please keep watching. We've all heard the saying, silence speaks louder than words. And for the most part, a lot of us only remember that saying when it has to do with something negative. But in today's video, we're going to be thinking about it positively because we're dealing with silent love. I'm going to begin with number one, which is act of service. And the reason I'm beginning with this is because in my previous video, if you've not seen it, please go and watch it. I talked about how I didn't think my husband loved me, but his act of service was his own way of showing me that he loves me. That man is advanced because that is some deep silent love there. That is some deep silent love. And I'm that person that prefers words and conversations. So as much as we always say in relationships, try as much as you can to communicate. You can communicate in different forms, okay? There are different forms of communication. So speaking words is just one of the forms of communication. There are so many other ways to show your partner that you love them, you want them, you need them, you appreciate them. So act of service was it for me. That wasn't my love language, but it is now, and I'm proud to say that it is. But yeah, I'm starting with that because I've got first-hand experience. My husband was always serving me, and that was him communicating to me that, girl, I love you. Girl, I love you. So I'm going to urge us to do something for our partner without expecting anything in return. I know that nowadays we have so many women that say, oh, I don't like to cook. It's not my thing. So if your husband knows that you do not like to cook, once in a while, do something really nice. He's going to know that, ordinarily, she's not going to do this. But for the fact that she did this, she really, really loves me. She really, really wants me to know that she cares about me. So acts of service is something you should invest in today. Do not be the only person receiving, okay? Don't be a receiver alone. Sometimes be a giver. So learn to do something for your partner. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to ever talk about it, but just do it because it's in the doing that the knowing comes. It's when you do it that he knows that, yeah, something is going on here. Okay? Which leads me to my second point, which is physical touch, okay? Oh, let me put it this way. Let me say non-verbal communication, which, physical touch is a part of. So physical touch, eye contact, and gestures, all right? So with your partner, I think this is really, really self-explanatory. You don't have to do much talking, but there's a way you get to look at this person. There's a look in the eye, there's this grabbing of the hands and just holding each other, and even hug or a kiss on the forehead, kind gestures around, making coffee for your partner. The person might just be cold under the duvet, and you just think in your heart that maybe a cup of tea would do in this season, or something really nice that the person might love. It might just be yogurt or a cup of parfait. You're not saying I love you. You're not physically speaking, verbal words, okay? But touch. In the kitchen, sometimes I'll spank my husband's butt. Sometimes he'll just touch my breast. Do you understand? It's just really nice. It's just really a form. I'm so shy. I am so shy, but that's it. Like, that is a form of silent love. Okay, I want you. That whole spanking of butt and whatnot is I want you. I want you. There's a way you just, you get what I mean? So being naughty and just touching each other, holding hands, a kiss on the forehead, it's just actually a way, kind gestures here and there, helping out here and there is the silent love that I'm talking about. So if you are that person like me that was waiting for, quality time where we'll sit down and talk, you can start leaning towards, the silent one, because it's actually also very, very effective. Thank me later. Now, this one hits home because I've got my experience with this one. It's called physical presence. There is something about physical presence of that person that you love that is very comforting. So when we initially got married, we were living in a small house, okay? And one of the things I enjoyed in that house the most was the fact that we were always in each other's space. All right, we're literally almost breathing the same air, like breathing and exchanging our breaths, in the same space. So I didn't know it was a special thing until we moved to a very big house. And for some reason, there was a disconnect. All right, so most times I realize that when I'm downstairs, my husband is upstairs. When I'm upstairs, my husband is downstairs, because the house is so big and we're just busy around the house doing our things. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have your individual time to do your own thing. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that there's something about being intentional, about being present. Okay, because I might be upstairs watching TV, my husband is downstairs watching TV. But what happens to both of us being there and watching the TV together though? So I made it a point of duty to tell myself that I must be present. I would, make it intentional to be present most of the time, not all the time, okay? But there is something about just lying down on your partner's chest or lap, or just sitting next to each other, holding hands and watching TV quietly. There is something about that presence that brings a connection, So with social media nowadays, everybody's busy. Even when we're together, we're not together because you're pressing your phone, you're watching videos, you have your AirPods on. I'm pressing my own phone, Sometimes I intentionally put my phone away. I'm like, oh, baby, now give me your phone. I've kept the phone away and we're just doing something else together. Sometimes we play games. Sometimes, we just sit down quietly and just watch film. That presence, I don't know, is very comforting. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is very, very important. So make it a point of duty for your presence to be felt. Some people don't sleep in the same bedroom. They want to have their own space. Nah, you should be in the same bed. That presence, because when you're away, the person should feel like, something is missing. Oh, the bed doesn't feel the same. So make it an intentional thing to be present for your partner, because it brings all the magic. Before we continue, I'd like to ask you a question. Would you rather your partner tells you every time, I love you, I love you, I love you, and that person isn't doing things to show that they love you? Or would you prefer them to do things to show you love, but they hardly say to you that they love you? Because this is actually a very important question and it's very, very tricky. I would love to know your answers in the comments. I'm also reminding you to subscribe to this channel if you think you want more of this kind of content. And yeah, even if you don't want to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It's going to help the channel reach more people. All right, so let's continue. The next one I'm going to say to you guys has to be active listening. So we all know that listening is also a very great form of communication. If you do not know, I'm telling you, okay, there are different forms of communication. So communication is a give and take thing. So the ability to calmly listen and understand is a very good communication skill. Okay, so actively listening to your partner when they're frustrated, when they need a solution to something, and giving them that silent validation actually goes a long way, because I feel like as humans, all of us want to be heard. I want to be heard. Okay, and as much as I want to be heard, I know that my husband wants to be heard as well. So allowing him speak, no matter how heavy my mouth is, and validating his feelings, holding his hands, giving him a kiss, giving him a hug, just to comfort him, is actually a huge sign of silent love. It's a huge sign of respect. That is something we should learn to do as women, because for the most part, our mouths are sharp. Our mouths, we always want to move them, but what makes you a high value woman is the ability to be in control. Do you get what I mean? Because men actually love feminine women, and there is so much power in femininity, which I'll be talking about in subsequent videos. Okay, learning about the power of your feminine energy, your femininity, how to use it, and the power that you have. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get into that, but focus on silent love sometimes. Validate their feelings. Even though you're going to provide a solution, just first of all let them know that they are heard, because that will give them a level of love and comfort. Small gestures of thoughtfulness. Okay, we talked about leaving sweet notes here and there, and I got messages from some of you saying you were going to try it out, and I'm really, really excited about that. Okay, so small thoughtful gestures around the person. For example, your partner is lying down tired in bed, pressing his phone, and you know that ordinarily he would want the lights off, but he's maybe too lazy to turn off the light. You can just kindly just turn off the lights for the person, or he might be eating and he might need a tray. Just offer him a tray, leave small notes. He might have a cough and you have lozenges, you have tom-tom, whatever thing that can help him, just put it in his pocket. Just small acts of gestures here and there. Sometimes packing lunch for him to go to work, putting juice, putting fruit. These things just really show that, oh, I'm with you. Though we might have our differences, but we are working together, we're partners, and I love you. It's very, very important. Another one that is actually underrated has to be, and this is the final one I'll be sharing in this video, has to be sharing a meal. Sharing a meal. You're not talking much, but you're sharing a plate of food. It's so delicious. I know so many women that would say, nah, I don't want to share my food with anybody. Eat your own. Let me eat my own. But for someone like me that grew up in the family where up until tomorrow, my mom and my dad eat together. I saw them eat together since I was born, and I'm still here. Okay, and now they are grandparents and they still eat together. So you can't catch my parents saying, oh, because they have a misunderstanding, they're not going to eat together. So no matter what happens with us, we must share a meal. So I'm not saying that you should make it a compulsory thing, but once in a while, share a meal. Share that your meal, and even leave your meat, your chicken, something nice for the person. It just brings this connection. I don't know. These are things that we used to do when we were single. Now that some of us are married, What happened though? You need to do these things because it's just so lovely. It's just, I love love. I'm sorry, I'm so shy. Though some of us might like noisy love, as noisy love creates a spark, but I just want you to know that silent love creates a stronger spark. It's just nice that, sometimes my husband at night, he would help me fill my water bottle because I wake up at night to drink water. When he's tired, I give him a neck massage. These are just the things that shows that I love you. I'm not talking, but my actions are speaking louder. My actions shows that you are very special to me, because ordinarily I'm not going to be caught doing this thing by this time. So for me to do it means that you're very special to me. And this is not to say that you should practice silent love all the time. If you think that you need to have a conversation and speak to your partner about something that you're not comfortable with, or express something that you think your partner needs to know, I really, really am up for that. I encourage you 100%. Be vocal, speak up when you need to speak up, but know when to use silent love to bring the spark. Know when to use silent love to create the mood. Know when to use silent love to get your man deeply in love with you. All right, guys, which of these do you practice, and which of these would you be practicing? Please let me know in the comments. Please and please share this video with somebody. It's good, it's very good that you extend these things to other people so that we can all learn. You just might be saving a marriage, you just might be saving a relationship, you might not know. But please share this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you're about this life. Okay, thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for putting these things into practice. I hope that you have a beautiful day. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye now.